Morning. This is a video on how to set up your remote screen. Alright, so first we're going to go to your password. And then we're going to just not use stop of first neutral. Formalize the rest is lowercase. The reason I'm putting test on here is because I want to make sure that this is effective. But I'm not doing that box. Video on the here. And all the bladder here, you can see this. Not paid. Make sure here you put whether this is a residential or commercial account. It's basically the residential. The source needs to be internet stereo. Let's just say employee bill. So property, this is going to be a single family. What we do up here needs to go down here in the generic flag. We should also say single family. This is not a company, so they do a company name. We don't have a subsource. What? After the fire. Oh, huh. Oh, so because I need to put them on. Um, anyway, now what you're going to do is you're not going to go and make a subscription. You need to start it as a um, now, if this is for the dispatch is going to create something and they have, say, a technician is in the field. Well, let's do it this way first. Let's do this. Instead of his area technician, so I could so just type on this. Service coming please make sure this says standard information. All ahead needs to be changed to the paying units. If this is a residential, it stays on due date. If this is a commercial, it will be done next appropriate. He'll follow up. My address is actually outside of our zone, but let's just say this is in Grants. Yeah, let's just say that. I will say pretty closest to Casey County. I'll just get caught in anything. Remember for talk. I mean, you go. That Okay. What you're going to do here is you're going to add your price. So let's just say our initial is $400, and we're going to give them a discount of, I think it's the initial should be like 90, probably 97, something like that. And then here, and that, we did 49, okay, it's pretty, it's actually it's really. This first part is the initial service. This is the one-time first service that we do. We usually charge a different price for that because for regular happy home, you put out bait station or a bait station. Um, and the technicians need to know whether it's an initial service because who haven't been serviced before, they're going to really look at the property and do a thorough investigation to see what has been done in the past. And they also will give them new customer boxes and need to know this community service. Then this piece here says return. This is what we're going to charge the client every month after the return. And here, this is here, this is customer default, this is after initial completion. Frequency is going to be monthly and sold rate. Okay? Or you can hit release. So we're going to get the quantity track. Okay. Going to go to documents, legal agreement. I'm going to click on the happy home and then I'm going to just say person, which is sent in the text. You just said SMS. It's a weird point and something. I'm not accepting that. And it will be anything opposite. Let's just say I sign it. We're going to go to billing. We're going to go to payee. We read the contract. Um, so it's oh, I'm not received it there. Then you're going to go to the billing and you're going to enter all of the credit card information. And then you're going to set this to auto pay. Right now it says no auto pay only because there's no card on file. I'm not going to. So when that happens, we're going to remove this auto pay from no auto pay to the credit card on file. So when you go back to the lead, what you've done is and consider with proposal. Once you receive your signed proposal, click on that and label the appointment. And then you're going to say, huh, where's the money? over here, it's ready to go. Okay, so convert to subscription. uh, Then that's one. Now we should go up here. You're gonna put in the blurb. Um, this is a test. And then you can put this is a happy home minimum, blah blah blah. This is what we cover. This is what is excluded. There's a big blurb that happens that you can enter here. I'm going to do it. But most people have it on the information, copy and paste the information. Please make sure that the blurb you're putting in is correct. Make sure it excludes the proper pests and includes the proper pests. And if we're making adjustments like what we did for the door knocker is we took the happy home minimum and we included stinging pests and they paid $49 instead of $39. Please make sure when you're doing this blurb here that it includes the proper information. You don't want the customer to have the incorrect information. And do not put initial in this box. This is not for the initial. If you go to the actual ticket to the website. Then we're ready to schedule. Schedule. They changes. I'm gonna put it on the straight schedule. So you can see the ticket on it. You stick it on the ticket around. Because make sure it says happy home minimum and the subscription is attached. If this is a one-time, this would be a one-time code and this would be a standalone. Or if it's a follow-up, well, not a new customer, if it's a follow-up. Duration, interior, exterior, if it's time, retirement, target issues, let's just say ants. We have lost very bad. And fly. The only time you use a photo flag is if it's sold by note. Then you put the appointment note. These notes is what the notes here is for the technician, and this is for an internal. This means the client is not seeing these notes. These are the notes that the client sees. This is where you'll put initial HH minimum. Does not include stinging insects, rodents, termites, rabies. Okay, one better. One is good. And then here you would put, say, one is costs, and then the kitchen. Cost nests. Outside. And then you hit Twiddle. I'm not going to do it if I do complete with the initial. Anyway, I'll just explain. Oh, there's the billing section also. Everything is correct here. The customer will be charged $39. And then you hit schedule. And that's it, again, and then makes it. And that was how you set up the customer. Like that. So you want to start in the lead tab and make sure everything is completed. What you can do though is if by chance there's been a step missing and you've lost this, you can take this and say revert to a lead. What will happen is it will remove the subscription if only someone is approved. Okay. Anyway, that's how you do old customer. If you have any questions, let me know.